We're gonna do a little mobility today because there is no 21-day challenge without a little mobility. You guys all know I love it, but we're gonna go outside of the foam roller and hopefully I can touch on a few things that you guys haven't even thought of, because this is something that's completely changed my life, but I didn't even realize that I needed to do it. So lacrosse ball on your feet. And I know that sounds so crazy, but we use our feet for everything. We lift, we're jumping, we're walking, we're biking. Our feet are like our transportation, so we need to treat them well. And I feel like all my life I've always had I have this, this is kind of embarrassing, but I have a bunion on my foot, and I don't know if you know what that is, but it's very painful, and I get very very knotted in the arch of my foot, and it gets worse and worse when I run or when I'm more active. And I have found that most of my clients have very tender feet. And when they lacrosse ball all those knots out in your foot, then a lot of issues, whether it's plantar fasciitis, whether like a painful bunion, whether it's just like achy joints around that area, tight Achilles, that stuff goes away. So all you do, and you can do this all day, whether you're standing at work or not, you just put the lacrosse ball under your foot. And for me, it's all that high arch, but for some people, it's their heel, and then it can go on the outside. So I've put as much pressure, oh my gosh, I need to do this, it's been a while. As much pressure as possible, and you just try to relax and breathe through it and talk to somebody, hang out, at least 5 minutes on each foot. And I swear, it makes such a difference in the way that I move, the way that I jump, my bunion when I'm running. It's a really, really good tool to have, and it's so easy to do. So start doing that. Try that today. You don't need to post pictures of that. We don't need a bunch of foot pictures, but I would love to hear your feedback if that helps. The other thing I want to talk about today that I haven't talked about before is Voodoo Floss. CrossFitters are in love with this, and as am I, for good reason. This is kind of like an inner tube, and it's just this giant roll. What happens with foam rolling, even though we can dig into the muscle, whether it's the IT band or whether it's the piriformis, it's very hard to wrap and compress, and that is what Voodoo Floss is for. So I'm going to show you how to Voodoo Floss your knee. I think that Voodoo Flossing your knee, a lot of people with patellar tendonitis or knee pain or tight VMOs, whatever's going on in this knee area, can easily be fixed or help be alleviated by Voodoo Floss before a workout. So before I work out, if my knees are feeling tight or if I'm just kind of feeling achy, then I take it, and I always go from up to your heart. So we're gonna start below my knee and go as tight as you are comfortable going. You wrap here. I always skip a spot so that I can still bend my knee, and I wrap up here. Da-da-da. And then you tuck. This isn't tight enough, by the way. If this was my client that I was doing this to, I make it pretty painful, but I'm being nice to myself. So I wrap here, and then from there I need to start doing some actual contractions of the muscle. So I'm moving the muscle around, working all that fascia out. And when I do that, it's just like amazing how it feels afterwards. You should get it to the point of about 2 minutes. You want a little bit of tingliness in your foot, but you also don't want your foot to fall off and turn purple. So I have them walk around, I have them have extension and flexion and just feel around. And then after that, that's when we'll start our workout. So that's when we start the warm up. So I do this before even the warm up of jogging or running or rowing. And it's a really, really great way for people with knee pain. And this translates into elbow pain. This can be for foot pain, ankle pain, hip flexors even. If you go to mobilitywod.com, you'll get a ton of Voodoo Floss, not workouts, Voodoo Floss options, Voodoo Floss exercises. I don't know what the word is. Lots of things that you guys can do if you're having achy joints or achy pains and the lacrosse ball or the foam roller isn't working. So those are my 2 tricks for you guys today. So go get to mobilizing. I want to see lots of, if you have Voodoo Floss, let me see Voodoo Floss. No feet pictures unless you really have pretty feet. But besides that, I just want to make sure you guys are healthy and happy and taking care of your bodies during these 21 days.